Just hours after the U.S. Supreme Court struck down President Donald Trump's global tariffs, the White House unveiled a new plan. Trump signed an executive order invoking Section 122 of the Trade Act of 1974, a provision never used before. Now, it allows temporary tariffs of up to 15% for 150 days to address international payments problems. The administration initially set the rate at 10%, but within 24 hours, it was raised to 15%, the maximum permitted under the statute. Trump argued that the court's ruling still leaves other legal pathways open to pursue his trade agenda.
The Trade Act of 1974, Sections 122, 201, 301, and the Tariff Act of 1930, Section 338, all clear, but it's a little bit longer process. I thought I'd make things simple, but they didn't let us do that. I would like to thank Justice Kavanaugh for frankly, his genius and his great ability. Very proud of that appointment.
However, economists and trade experts say Section 122 may not apply in the current economic environment. The law requires a large and serious balance of payments deficit. While the U.S. has run a trade deficit for decades, analysts point out that this is offset by capital inflows into American financial markets, meaning there is no overall balance of payments deficit. Experts argue that Section 122 was designed for a fixed exchange rate era when the dollar was pegged to gold, and reserve shortages posed real risks. With the U.S. operating under a flexible exchange rate system for over 50 years, several economists say the legal justification for invoking Section 122 is weak. The administration appears to be using Section 122 as a temporary bridge. Trump has also announced investigations under Section 301 of the same 1974 law targeting unfair trade practices. Those tariffs cannot be imposed until investigations conclude, a process that could take 2 to 3 months. Now, at the same time, nearly a dozen Section 232 probes under the 1962 Trade Expansion Act, they're underway on national security grounds. Analysts say trade uncertainty will remain elevated. JP Morgan expects the average U.S. tariff rate to eventually settle around 9 to 10%, but warns that the final structure could differ significantly depending on the country and the product.